We have come to the end of 39th Indian Engineering Congress, and now I request Convener 39 Indian Engineering Congress, Engineer Anirban Datta, Honorary Secretary of the West Bengal State Center, to deliver a vote of thanks. May I request you, sir?
Thank you, ma'am. Dignitaries on the dais, dignitaries of the dais, our respected past presidents, members of the council, our beloved corporate members. As every wonderful thing ultimately comes to an end, so this 39th Engineering Congress, right now I am proposing the vote of thanks for this event. So this has come to the closure of the event. Practically speaking, as our chairman organizing committee, Engineer Sandeep Deb, our organizing secretary, Professor Dr. Raju Bosak, they have already mentioned the challenges, the hardship, the wholehearted support from our immediate past president, Dr. Ranganath, and President Engineer V.V. Singh, all the past presidents, members of the council. It has played a pivotal role to make this event possible. And really, all of us, I must admit that all of us, we were under extreme pressure, tremendous mental pressure, that whether we could match the standards set by the previous versions of this event. And you all are the best judge. And in case, definitely there are supposed to be some lacunas still there. I would request you to bear with us for those. And as they have already mentioned about the details, I will not enter into this. I will just share with you few inside stories. Right from selecting the theme selection, this Irresistible India, a global engineering powerhouse, that was selected by one of our past state committee members, Engineer Ramchandra Chakraborty. A big round of applause for Engineer Chakraborty. Engineer Chakraborty, are you in? A big round of applause for this gentleman. And unlike the previous events, we made some sort of deviation as far as the technical sessions are concerned. As you all are aware that IEI is having 15 engineering divisions under the umbrella of IEI, and the technical sessions are conducted under these 15 engineering divisions. But this time, we had to take a decision to club these 15 engineering divisions into 7 industrial verticals to have the involvement of industry. That is why, particularly if we take the example of the infrastructure vertical, papers from different disciplines, not only from the civil engineering, has been presented in the infrastructure vertical. And if we take the example of power and energy, there also papers from different engineering verticals have been presented. And perhaps this has become an example. This was also a deviation from the previous editions, previous versions. And most importantly, the Engineering Congress is the event not only of the host center, it is the event of the entire Institution of Engineers India. Frankly speaking, myself, I attended the previous 8 versions of the Engineering Congress, but personally I never bothered that what the hardship the host center need to bear. This time, many of the centers, many of the state centers, many of the local centers, already narrated by our organizing chairman and organizing secretary, they have wholeheartedly came forward and they have provided their immense support, right from sponsorship to fund and everything. We have got the papers for the technical sessions through our other centers also. I express my sincerest thanks to the sponsors, because our organizing chairman has already mentioned that after the COVID, it has really become a challenge to have the fund, and fund is the everything to organize any event, whether it be an evening lecture or a 3-day engineering congress of this magnitude. So that challenge also, finally, with all of your blessings, that we could overcome. And as I told that if I take the names, it will be for at least 2 days, the list of names will be coming if I thank each one of you individually. But I must express my sincerest thanks to one person, none other than Professor Dr. Mukta Bhatele. She has done a marvelous job. In last year, 38th Engineering Congress, she was the chairperson of the technical committee, and she managed the technical session in excellent way, because the whatever memorial lectures, visionary talks are there, the technical sessions are the backbone of any conference. And this year, because we all, Engineer Sandeep Dev, Professor Bosak, and myself had seen her effort last year, we specially sought her support, not only to secure, to receive the papers, but in our request, she has agreed to accept the role of Master of Ceremony. A big round of applause for Professor Dr. Mukta Bhatele. And again, as this 3-day event has come to an end, we all were extremely pressurized for the last 10 months. And from tomorrow onwards, I believe we all be feeling some amount of vacuum. So, again, I request you to keep the good memories of this event in your mind, and please bear with us with all the loopholes and lacuna. With this, I conclude my vote of thanks. Thank you all once again.
Thank you, Engineer Anirban Datta, for so humble and kind words. Thank you. I am honored to be here. And before we disperse, I would say it's had truly been an honor to be the part of such an accomplished gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, as we conclude this 39th Indian Engineering Congress, I request everyone to rise for the national anthem. IT team, can I request you to play the national anthem?
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Bharat Mata ki. Thank you all. Thank you for these 3 days. And just allow me to say one thing. It has always been my mentor.